You fucking put a pussy amount of water on. You're an asshole. Thanks, camera. Are you serious? I consider myself an artist.
What kind of art do you do?
I dabble in the dark arts.
I'm fucking happy with legs. I do. Yeah, I was pretty mad because like Sarah and I used the rest of them for cookies, and I was like, shit, I meant to get some. Yeah, I think I am an artist, but I mean like everyone is, because like otherwise, what are you doing alive? And it's so good having these. I mean, whatever you do is your art, because no one does things the same way. Even if, I mean, I don't know, like, if I go and fill up a glass of water, maybe sometimes I go, get the glass, and put ice in it, and then put water in it. But other times, I put water in it, and then I put ice in it. And then I let it sit for a certain amount of time. Sometimes I let the ice melt out completely. Sometimes I just drink it right away. It's like, that's not the best example, but the idea is that people just go about things in their own ways, regardless of what they're doing. I mean, like anything. And I think that's what, I mean, you can't just be like, oh yeah, shit in the toilet, that's my art, you know? You can't do that, because that's like, I mean, like, okay, you can, but then, like, sure, that's still art, that's a performative activity. But not all art should be shared. When people are doing actual, what we define as art, like calligraphy or like painting or printing or digital shit, whatever it is. I mean, like, recording something is art. Filmmaking is an art. If you try and say who the people who are better at it, and when, like, Quentin Tarantino, it's like, he has a very specific style for his art. So it's like, whether or not he's better, it's also a matter of preference, because people make art. I mean, art is nothing without what we define as art, it's nothing without the spectator, the audience, the consumer, you know? Like, if Picasso made all of those things and no one ever saw them, we wouldn't talk about them, and they wouldn't be amazing, because they would be they'd be only amazing to him. But also at the same time, self-doubt with your work. Picasso might not have even thought it was great. Like Ernest Hemingway, for example, thought a lot of his late work that he was doing was bad because he was just like an alcoholic or whatever. It was just like, my work sucks, blah blah blah. But like, it was still really good. And that's just like the hardest part about art, is that you make stuff that, you know, is really personal to you, or like, you know, has like you're doing for a specific reason, and you're not sure if it's going to be good, but you put it out there for other people to try and draw an experience from it, or like be able to think about, or be able to relate to. So I would say I'm an artist in a lot of different things. Like, I play guitar, and I do film stuff, kind of. I have made a couple little short films, and I like to edit films, and I write poems and stories and stuff. So you see her mouth moving, but you don't actually hear her talking, and that's the opening scene. So it's like, you know that you can take that he is basically like, he's losing interest in his job, because all he hears is the clock ticking, and like, basically like, maybe, I was thinking if I was to add a little more to make it more clear, it would just be like, the clock would be ticking, and then it would hit like, you know, whatever time, it would hit the hour, and then it would just be like the door slams, and he just like slouches in his seat, and like then cuts away from the scene. But like basically in late, so it's like the scene has already started, and he's scribbling notes and the clock is ticking. And then out early, because I don't need to hang around and be like, oh, she leaves. He sits there, he makes himself a drink, he's stressed about his job. Like, it's apparent by the fact that I get out early enough and just say like, he's scribbling notes, the clock is ticking, he doesn't even hear her talking,
he is constantly like looking at the clock. That's all you need. It's like in late, out early.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the first act of a screenplay is generally third. I don't have anything yet. I didn't start writing it. I have to write. Yeah, no, I had to just like do, because you can't just sit down and be like, oh, okay, I just want to start writing. Like, that's not even close how it is. You have to write your main character bios and kind of just flesh out the character so you know like what they're like and like their past, so you can, make reasonable. You can like have their decisions be based on something, so it's not just like some empty, boring character. And also they'll be more complex then. And you also need to have story structure planned out so you know where it's going to go and what the plot points are going to be. Otherwise, you'll just get somewhere in the story and be like, well, fuck me, I don't know what the hell is going to happen now, and you're screwed and you have to rewrite stuff, and it's just a waste of time. So, okay, good job. Good job. That's basically the class. It's pretty fun. But it's kind of like, my story is basically like a combination of Charlie Bartlett and The Soloist, basically what I call it. Why don't we just go keep walking? I could just like dip into a shop and that could be it. What do you think from the shop?
Pub.
Hey, that word. I was watching Shaun of the Dead the other day. It's on demand. It's pretty great. You know what you should do? You should cross and just have me getting smaller. I don't have anything else to say. I guess I'll get the right car.